Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-February 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. The zodiac sign readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as reading of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's kind of get into it. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of February. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at anything related to money. Column number 3, we're going to do anything related to love. And our fourth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. It's almost like advice for the remainder of the month. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, Aries, let's start in column number 1, what's coming for the remainder of the month. We have the card Listen. This is one of these cards in this deck that is very, very literal. So I think it will be really important that you listen to some of the things coming. I feel like important information could be coming quickly. I'm also hearing that like you could pick up something and in the moment it might not seem important, but again, it seems important to be listened to it because it will be relevant in the near future. So listening is really important. Also listen before we respond. And like for some of you, I feel like it'll be important to hear somebody else's or the other side of the story. But again, let's take a look and see what cards we have here. Interesting. All right. So first up we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. I do think things could be happening relatively fast these next few weeks for you. Like it could be over in a blink and February is going to be done and over. Another thing to keep in mind though, this is finding out news. This is finding out information. This is news coming in when we have the Eight of Wands. So again, it's going to be really important that we listen to whatever this is. In the moment, I don't know that it seems that important. So just make sure we're really listening. But definitely listening's key. There's some information we're finding out. Next up, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of giving or receiving. Again, you're receiving information here, Aries. So make sure we listen closely, take it in, even if it doesn't feel important. At the bottom, we have the Death card. I always like to mention, for those that don't know, the Death card does not mean death. It means there's change, transformation. I tried to mix transition and transformation into one word. This is like moving forward, moving on to something new. But I feel like as we move forward, as we go through this change or this shift, again, whatever this information that we heard is now going to be relevant. All right, let's see what we have for clarifiers. First up, we have the Five of Cups. This is interesting. This is kind of a sad card. I don't know that this information is going to make you sad per se, Aries. It's just not interesting. And this is an interesting way that this is coming through. Again, we're just like not super engaged. We're not like in love with the conversation, so we're not really into it. But again, make sure we're actively listening. We're taking in this communication because it does seem like it's going to become relevant very quickly. The next card we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card... I feel like we are getting something done. We're completing something here. You take a look at this finish line. We're like getting something across the finish line. Maybe this is the information we needed to get started on something, to get something finished. Also, this is a friends and family card, so perhaps this information relates to friends and family and then becomes really important. At the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical, wise. Again, it is in your best interest. It would be very wise of you to listen to this information that's coming in, Aries. I feel like a broken record. That's what I've just told you a gazillion times. The King of Pentacles, though, is also an investment card, a wise investment card. But again, you're going to put this information to use. You're going to use this information. There's going to be an investment in this information. So you're going to use this going forward. You're going to apply it as you move on to this thing. All right, let's talk money now in our next column. First up, we're starting with a quick affirmation. It says, I am financially safe and secure. I love that card. But in this call, we're going to talk about anything related to money, family, or excuse me, anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, job, career, finances, all those good things. So first up, we have the Seven of Cups. I already kind of mentioned this in our last column. I do feel like it's going to be busy. So with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of different things happening. If you look at this card, there's something different in each cup here, Aries. So again, just a lot of different things happening, a little bit busy here. Also, this is a non-committal card. There's something that we're not ready to commit to here, Aries. I kind of feel like one foot out the door type energy, not ready to fully commit. I don't know. The Seven of Cups is coming through as very non-committal here. The next card we have is the Seven of Swords. This could be like theft, betrayal, dishonesty. And if you look at this person on this card, they're wanting to like pack up their things. They're taking their swords and they're moving away. We're wanting to run away from this thing. So that really ties into this non-committal energy. I feel like potentially something happened and now it's like, I feel like they like betrayed you or you didn't like something you saw or heard. And now it's like, I don't know that I want to commit to this. I think I want something new. But interestingly, I feel like there is something new that you're going to go after here, Aries, with all of these kind of motivators behind it. So with the Page of Wands, this is like new project, inspiration, urge to create. The Page of Wands also is like a feet in motion. It's very much so a doer card. It's taking action. So I feel like this is actually, this lack of commitment is going to drive you onto something new, some sort of new opportunity. Let's see what our clarifiers are though. First up, we have, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, delayed, waiting. I don't know. I feel like maybe you tried to wait it out here, Aries, and it's just still not what we want it to be. Again, I feel like I'm getting the vibe that you've tried to wait this out. You've tried to give it more time. The next card we have is the Empress card. Love the Empress. This is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. We want both of those things when we talk about money. We want the ability to create more money and we want that abundance of money. I just feel like, and that's really one of the driving factors as well. That's one of the things that's pushing you forward, that's making you kind of want to run away. I feel like we want to create, and it's interesting. Sometimes it's not so literal, but I feel like in this case, Aries, like you want to create. You want to be creative. You want to use this skill or this power. So it's like this urge to create here. Also, I just feel like you know there's better out there. Again, there's more abundance out there. So kind of also factoring into that urge. And I love this at the bottom. I always love when this happens. We have the same card on top of each other. It's like the universe saying I said what I meant. Very loud, clear message here. I really do feel like we're going to go after this new opportunity for all of the reasons we've just discussed. Again, I feel like feet in motion, so definitely very inspired action, ready to go, motivated to go after this new opportunity. All right, next column here, anything related to love. Aries, quick love message. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First up, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very creative, very free-spirited. When I see the Knight of Wands, this card like screams freedom to me. I don't know what you're getting freedom from, but there's a nice sense of freedom here, Aries. Like you're free to do what you want. You're free to move on. I don't necessarily know that it's a relationship ending, but there is a nice sense of freedom regardless here, Aries, that I'm seeing. This is also kind of like Energizer Bunny too, like the horse and rider are raring to go. So I feel like we're ready to jump forward. We're ready to take action. The next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very traditional, very conventional. This is a great sign for relationships. Very traditional, very conventional. This could be like proposal, marriage, new relationships. I like to see this. This is also expectations, and I feel like something is better than expected here. Again, we're just really positioned well. We're feeling free. We're feeling active. We're feeling ready to go. We're feeling like things are better than we expected them to be. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles, also another very domestic card, very relationship driven, marriage driven. This could also be growing your family if that's something you're interested in. But I feel like there is a new relationship here or existing relationship that's going better than expected, or again, potential to really jump into a new relationship. There's a lot of freedom and positive energy coming through there. We have the Hierophant coming up again. Again, very traditional, very conventional, great relationship, marriage, proposal type card. Also expectations. I just feel like things are so much better than we expected. Up next, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Love to see this. This is enjoying. So relationships are a lot of work, Aries. There's no way around that. There's no way to sugarcoat that. That's just kind of reality. But it's like, this is worth the work. So it's like you put in the work, we reap the benefits of the work. So I do feel like this relationship is worth working for. Again, it's better than expected. It's interesting. I don't know why the word freedom is coming up, but it continues to come up here. At the bottom, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like finding out truth, finding out information. So we could be finding out that you're like getting married or getting engaged. We could be finding out that there is a baby, maybe some pregnancy happening here. But I do feel like we're finding out some information with some love information as well. All right, fourth and final column now, a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary affirmation card of ready but waiting. Interesting, you have two very, very literal cards this go around here, Aries. So it's quite that. There's something you're ready to move on. There's something you're ready to go on. But we have a little bit of waiting. So let's see what cards. Oh my gosh, you have both of my favorite cards. Okay, so first up we have the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change, and I feel like it's things going unplanned. I like to tell people, like, for example, you plan for ABC to happen and DEF happens. So I feel like something unexpected comes up, something pops up, something goes awry, and that's what's causing the delay. But it doesn't matter because things still look so good. So yes, there will be some sort of delay, but it's going to be so short-lived here. We have the Ten of Cups, my favorite card in the entire tarot deck. This is total love, support, happiness, contentment. Again, this relationship's really shining bright. We have a house in the background, water running. This is just the card of everything wonderful. And it's interesting because it's like nothing can derail. Yes, something does pop up and it causes you to wait, but nothing can take away from this positivity, this kind of perfection, this contentment. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, my other favorite card in the entire tarot deck. There's a turning point, there's a shift, so it's like things are still going to shift, things are still going to move here. Good luck, good fortune. So there's something that pops up, but it's like it can't take away from your luck. So I feel like things are going to get turned around and still get where you want to go. Although there might be a little bit of a waiting there as we work through that situation. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Three of Pentacles. I will say as this, whatever this Tower moment is that pops up for you here, Aries, just make sure we communicate through it. The Three of Pentacles is coming up as like a communication, collaboration card. So communicate through whatever that situation is. The next card we have is the Death card. Again, there's this shift, this change. So it's like the thing that we wanted that got caught up or paused by the Tower moment, it's still coming. We still get to move on to it. We talked about that with the Wheel of Fortune. That shift is still there too. We also have the Page of Pentacles. This is a card of patience. So I feel like this will be worth the wait. But again, the wait will be so short-lived that it's like, oh, I waited and I don't even realize I waited. Like the wait will be so minor. So I love to see that. That's still like receiving, getting the thing that we wanted here. All right. Now we're going to take a look at our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. Let's go ahead and get started. Card number 1, we have the Four of Hearts, the number 17 card. So question number 1, that's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Ace of Hearts, number 11 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 3, we have the Seven of Hearts, number 21 card. This is going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of February. You have agate, which is good for retreat, calm, stability, and really helps protect from outside influences. I have been on a serious agate kick lately here. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, You are the most beautiful person I know, and whatever happens, I love you. Stay strong, stay positive, have faith. We will be here when you need us. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Aries, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your February.